Alright, I have a new video for you guys today, and it's the process of me making my biggest SB fan art. Now I'll be showing you all the acts mentioned in the drawing. These three lovely ladies. The mute one, the nerd, the child, Kumi, and Leslie SB. I started off with sketching the poses for all the characters and planning on where I was gonna put them. This process took me like an hour to do cause getting the poses right was a hassle for a young artist who doesn't know how to draw anatomy or perspective. Right now I'm drawing SB with his sword. And after I realized I drew it too small, so I'm sorry about that. I would have made it longer, but it probably would have stabbed Miko in the foot. Moving on to my Queen ME, I drew her leaning onto SB cause I thought it would fit her personality. I picked this pose for Miko cause I thought it would be cute for her, but other than that why I drew her in this pose. Moving on to Kumi now. This is SB newest OC from what I remember, and they are inspired by Hello Night. This pose is for the mute and I thought it would be very cool if I did them in a shy pose. Then I did the nerd in a studious pose kinda. Then the child in a pose how to describe it. Lastly we have Mel. Once again I thought this pose would fit her, so that's why I chose it. I added more details to the characters while doing line art. The line art process took me 2 more hours, so the sketch and line art took me 3 hours altogether. I changed a lot about SB during this entire process. Moving on to my Queen G, didn't need a reference for that long cause I draw her way too much. Then on to Miko, I've drawn her twice, so I kinda knew what she looked like, but she turned out really cute. Moving on to Kumi, I didn't really know what to do for them, so I kinda just drew them on how SB did. For the nerd I changed up his pose cause I didn't like it at first, but all I did was put his hand down. For Mel I needed a reference cause it was my first time drawing her. These last two are kinda boring cause they are just basic. Moving on to coloring. For most of the characters you can see I used the base color for most of them like SB, Emi, Kumi and Miku. I ended up changing SB eye color to white. I ended up changing SB hair and shirt later in the video, cause I personally didn't think I added enough details to them. Cause look how bland his shirt looks without rendering. I think SB took me around a decent 30+ minutes, mostly cause I went back onto his character 2 or 3 times. I also shaded/rendered his sword. The Emi process was basically the same other than the fact that then rendering was much different, and she took a decent 40 minutes, but it was worth it cause she's my favorite other than Kumi and Miku. I personally love rendering her hair cause I love adding the stars and such. And I like doing a multiply layer to do the highlights. Kumi was next. They were like SB cause of the sword and scarf, so there's not much rendering on anything else, so the process is kind of boring for them, but they took me a shocking lowest of 20 minutes. Miku is one of the 3 characters. I have a recording from my path of drawing it and not a time lapse. When the part comes, I can switch to my POV. I changed SB's hair right here cause I realized it wouldn't look good. Anyways, here's my P.O.V of drawing Miku. In the video, I'm seeing rendering Miku's shirt cause if I didn't, it would look really boring. He added some highlights. I'll let you watch in pace for RN cause nothing interesting is happening other than me going slow. This is when I realized SB's shirt looks so boring. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that Miku took me 30 minutes. Coloring in her shorts. And adding rendering. Adding some happiness in her eyes cause why not? I also have recordings of me doing the child. The child took me about like 30 minutes. Most of this is just added the base colors and then rendering it, so it's kinda boring, so I sped it up. Also, if you wonder how I spent hours of drawing this music and Esp's streams kept me entertained. I feel like on the pan like I could have done less like light colors on there cause it looks very choppy, but it'll do. Also, I don't know how to do proper lighting, so I just went for what looked good to me. Mel was kinda the same as her sister, just different clothes and stuff, so just enjoy my POV of drawing her. I realized I didn't color his sweatshirt in this little area, so I did it. I tried to do something new and tried my best to render her hand like an actual one, but it didn't look the best cause once again the lighting. It looks good if you don't look that close. I added painted nails cause I thought it would look cool. I did the same with SB and Miku. Also, I'm too lazy to go back to the art piece to tell you how long she took, but just image like 30 minutes or something around there. There's a bunch of cuts here cause I didn't want to show me and my friend's conversation. Adding hearts and sparkles like I did for her sister. I ended my recording there cause my friend was texting me a lot during that time, but I did simple rendering for her. Moving on to the mute one, he was simple cause he was like just the same as SB. Basic shading blah blah blah, you can understand by now. Colored Laime. Moving on to the nerd, he didn't take long, but he was the last one I did, and I was so happy about that cause 6 hours of me going insane was not okay. But at least I had music and aspect streams to keep pushing me on. Smoking SB. The process. Alright, bye. Now.